which is driving the opponent out of the ring while gripping his belt. And the other one, oshidashi, is just pushing out from the ring. And those two is the most popular technique. Actually, it is believed that more than 100 different kinds of technique. However, you'll find only oshidashi and yorikiri mostly, okay? And this led to the establishment of technical tachiai, and tachiai will be found on page 11, the picture in the middle, and this is the picture of tachiai. It's kind of the ritual thing just before the match bout, okay? And when developed into the form that is close to modern day sumo. And around the mid-Edo period, as number of the people who became professional sumo wrestlers increased and more sumo began to be held as entertainment. The sport came to be called old sumo in Japanese, or professional sumo or grand sumo. And along with kabuki plays, sumo became a major form of entertainment for the general public. And over its long history, professional sumo gradually became more regulated, refined, and stylized, taking on a sport-like form and becoming a traditional culture unique to Japan. And grand sumo tournaments, which showcase bouts unchanged since the Edo period, are held 6 times a year, in January, March, May, July, September, and November, in Tokyo and Osaka here, and Nagoya and Fukuoka. And if you turn to the page number 2 and number 3, you'll find the rules of sumo here. And the sumo bout has the following rules. The bout begins with tachiai, which will be found the picture on page 11, the initial charge. And palms and fingers are the only parts of the both hands that can be used. It's slapping the opponent and grappling the mawashi or a loin call, something like that. And tripping and sweeping the opponent's leg is okay, but kicking is not allowed. And other foul play is something like this: striking the eyes, and choking the neck, and elbow strike, and pulling the top knot. And this also a foul play. And as you may know, there is no weight limit. So if the smaller one defeat the bigger one, the audience will be very, very excited. And are you excited now to go to small? Thank you very
Yes.
much. Because this script is very long.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa, hi. And the following are the 3 ways on how the outcome bout is decided. And number 1, and when any part of a wrestler's body lands outside of the ring. And number 2 is when any part of wrestler's foot other than the sole touches the surface of the ring or it's outside the ring. And number 3, when the wrestler uses the foul play. And the outcome is judged by the referee. And if referee is wearing beautiful clothes, you can see it on 8 and 9 page. And however, if the 5 judges are on the ring and the 2 reserve wrestlers awaiting the next bout have any doubts about the referee's decision, they can raise an objection, and which leads to monoi, and where they discuss the decision. If an objection is made, the judge will refer to video footage and review the matter. And this is the system to determine the winner and loser fair and square. And in rare case, the monoi may result in decision being overturned. And finally, we are going to talk about the banzuke. And the banzuke is put on my right hand side. And you will find it, the same thing, in your bag as a souvenir. And those are written all in Japanese. Maybe it's not easy for you to read it, and even for me, because at the bottom is the lower class wrestler's name, and which will be written in a tiny little Japanese characters. But you can see some beautiful characters here. And Banzuke is the ranking of sumo wrestlers, and Arana announced 13 days before the first day of the tournament. And the characters for the rankings are written in the distinct small gist type, thickened without gaps, expressing the wish that the match venue will be packed full of spectators without any spaces left. Okay? And I put the result of the first day for 3 days, and today is the 4th day, and as of today, only 6 wrestlers is not defeated. Only 6 have 3 won. Okay? And currently, we have only one Yokozuna. Yokozuna is the grand champion of the last tournament, and his name is Ho Shoryu, and he will be appear at the last match of today. We are going to have 21 matches of the highest rank group, and so if you're ready to scream his name, please don't hesitate to do that. Ho Shoryu!
Oh,
You
Shoryu!
can see that the Japanese people is very quiet in the train, but if you go there, Ho Shoryu! Something like this. So please don't hesitate to do that by yourself. Okay? And I'd like to introduce my favorite 3 names. So if you don't have any favorite sumo wrestler, please give your tower to my favorite wrestlers. Okay? The first one is Abi. Abi. Easy
Abi.
one. Abi.
Abi.
Yes, very good. And second one is Ura.
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 Yeah, thank you very much. And Abi is very, very strong, and currently he is not defeated so far. And Ura is from here, and you will find a lot of locals hanging the pink towels with the name of Ura. So you can see it very easily. My last favorite one is Wakamoto Haru. Wakamoto Haru!
Wakata Hanomaru.
Easy for you, yes, easy. Yeah, Ura, Abi is easy. And Wakamoto Haru is not easy for you, but his face is very handsome.
Wakata Matamaru.
Yes, anyway, I'd like you to enjoy the watching sumo. Okay? Thank you very much for your attention, and I'd like you to remember 2 Japanese words, because after 3:40 today, we are going to have the ceremony, which is welcoming the new Yokozuna Grand Champion, and he's going to make some ceremony, and you will see his stomping on the ring, something like this. Much beautiful than me. But in that case, please don't hesitate to say yoisho.
Yoisho.
So you just say yoisho.
Yoisho.
Yoisho. Timing is something like this.
Yoisho.
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 Okay? And at the end of the tournament, the one wrestler is twirling the ball. And in that case, he will make the same thing. Yoisho. Yoisho. Yoisho is kind of the word to encourage yourself. So if you bring some heavy thing, we will say yoisho. And my mother will say, when she going to have seat on the chair, she will say yoisho.
Yoisho.
Anyway, yoisho is kind of the word. And the other one is gambare. Gambare.
Gambare.
Do your best. So
Gambare.
if you don't have any idea to say my favorite sumo wrestler's name, Wakamoto Haru, okay, say just gambare.
Gambare.
Thank you very much. And lastly, I'd like to introduce just one thing. Between the bout and bout, match and bout, you'll find one people is on the stage ring, and maybe you think that he's singing, but he's not singing. He's just introducing the wrestlers of the next match, and he is holding the fan and something like that. Nishi Hoshoryu, which means the Hoshoryu, the champion, will coming from west. Nishi is west. Nishi Hoshoryu. And then introducing the one from the east. Okay. Higashi Abi, something like this. And then you can see a lot of Japanese people started to shouting, happy, something like that. And also, please don't hesitate to buy any alcohol, which will be found at the venue. The sake, ozeki is the best way to enjoy. Okay, so if you are ready, we are going to move from here. Yes?
Okay.
Yes, of course, you can take your phone, your video, right? But please avoid to your flash. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so if you are ready, I'm going to make an announcement to go to the venue, and from group D,